This is S-Clive, aka Jig Giovanni, and I just jumped off the porch.
We get money, we don't really gotta act, we just live. It's no facade, if I really need it.
All right, so we got S-Clive off the porch with us today.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. My boy Daz. Daz
Okay.
on the beat, baby.
Yeah, how you feeling today, bro?
Feeling great. Feeling great. How you feeling?
Feeling great, man. Yeah,
You
it's
know,
All-Star Weekend.
All-Star Weekend.
The whole world seems to be in Atlanta right now, so
Yeah, so you know how I go.
yeah, we turned up.
Turned up to the max.
Yeah, man. What else you working on here in Atlanta during this trip, man?
You know, he really came for this. That's really it. You know?
Okay.
But, you know, like me, I always like to do, extra stuff.
Yeah.
You know, studio, maybe video. You know, I might just hit the studio most likely.
Okay.
You know, hit the studio for the weekend, get a quick session in, you know how I go.
Yeah,
You don't start working like that, you know what I'm saying? I like that, but
Can't stop.
good show, man. All right, so you're originally from Florida, right?
Yes, born in Florida, Broward County, Florida.
Broward County.
Yeah. That's
What part
where-
of Broward County, man?
Coral Springs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in Miramar, so
Yeah?
I'm familiar with it.
So you already know the vibe.
Yeah.
You a Florida boy too, man.
So did you grow up down there?
I mean, I was born there, stayed there a couple years, and then we moved up top. We moved to Connecticut.
Okay.
And it's funny, my family is the first Haitian family to settle in Stamford, Connecticut.
Really?
Yeah, we was on the news, like news reports and all that shit, like back in the days.
You made the news for being the first one?
My great grandmother, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of cool,
Okay.
you know.
So what's Connecticut like, man? What's going on up there?
Connecticut is where the money's at, you know. Connecticut, Greenwich, you got Wilton, you got Darien, you got New Canaan, the rich towns. You know, you got Stamford, Hartford, New Haven, Bridgeport.
Yeah.
You know, the urban cities, you know. It's a lot going on in Connecticut, you know. It's a great place to get money. I could tell you that for sure,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
So how would you describe your childhood growing up there?
It's really different, you know. I would say I lived the life of both worlds, you know. So it's like I moved when I was probably, I want to say elementary school. I moved from like an urban city to like more of a suburb. Like at one point was one of the richest towns in America, New Canaan. So that was just like a life switch, life change. You know, you grow up around a certain type of people, and then you start living with other types of people, you know? So it was just different. But, you know, I never strayed away from who I really am. You know, I just learned and adapted. So living a life of both worlds, it's like, you know, I learned from one side, I learned from the other.
Yeah.
You know, real different, you know, like a goddamn fly in a bowl of milk, you know.
So was it an easy adjustment, and did the other kids embrace you when you first moved up there?
I mean, it wasn't like the movies, man. But, you know, I would say, you know, adjusting to that lifestyle, it makes you really think, you know. And there's a lot of, you know, things that we're taught, you know, as kids that we don't know if it's right or wrong. So sometimes, like, you know, growing up over there, you know, you would see small hints of the systematic injustice system, you know what I'm saying? But we were young, so we didn't know what was right and wrong, you know, but I learned to adapt and, you know, overcome that type of stuff, you know? So it's really, you know, it depends. Like, I took it how I could, you know?
Yeah. So what would you say is one of the biggest life lessons you had to learn in your life?
Biggest life lessons I had to learn in my life. Always prepare for the worst and the best. You know, prepare for the worst just in case, because you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's life is crazy, and it's like a road with no ending, but it can end. You know, you never know where you're gonna go. You never know when you're gonna stop. So just always be prepared. You know, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. So when did this music journey for you start?
We were talking about that early, wasn't it? I would say 6th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, 6th grade. I started producing. Started making beats. You know, I had a boy who was on Fruity Loops, and he was teaching me how to make a beat and this, that, and third. So I was playing with it. And then, you know, when you make a beat, I make the beat, he would start rapping on it. Then I start rapping too. And so it was just like learning how to produce at that age. I didn't really think of it like I'm becoming a producer or a rapper. It was just like I'm having fun.
Yeah.
You know, so it was cool, it was fun. And then I just started to turn it into an actual craft, you know. It was good. High school, you know, I did my thing, you feel me? Started rapping, everybody trying to, you know, listen to my music. Oh, yo, you rap, bro? Yo, you rap? Yeah, man, I rap. You know, so it was funny too. I would sell my mixtape for like $2 over there, like, and it would be on Dat Piff for free.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yo, hey, look, I got a CD, $2. What's up? So that's really where the hustle started too. You know, always had a way to find, you know, some way to get a source of income, some way, any way possible.
Yeah.
You know, in college, went to college up in CT too. You know, built a little name over there. Dropped some music, had a song called Phone Numbers, you know, and that kind of took off a little bit. And then after that, we just switched gears and went, you know, put the nitrous on them. And now we're here, full throttle.
What were you going to college for? What were you studying there?
Business.
Okay.
Business. I got a bachelor's in business and a minor in management information systems.
Okay.
Yeah, management information systems is like technology, you know. So I'm a little. You know,
So it kind of helps you with your music career
exactly.
then too.
You know, I learned marketing, you know, so that's why it's like people see me now, they say, yo, you got a good marketing team and this, that, and the third. I'm like, you know, I was raised with that stuff, you know what I'm saying? In college, that's what we learned. High school, you know, I was introduced to that, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How'd you get the name S-Clive?
How'd I get the name S-Clive? Well, that's really my name, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But my boy back in, I want to say middle school, Dylan Newhouse, he seen my teacher, like the substitute teacher, said my full name, and then he was just like, I'm gonna call you S-Clive. I'm like, S-Clive? Kind of onto something. You know, that sounds kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, S-Clive, all right. So then everybody started calling me S-Clive, S-Clive, S-Clive. And I was in like middle school, and then nickname Jug Giovanni was college. You know, like people really didn't know the term jug up top. So it was like I was saying it, I was using it, you know, and people was like, yo, what does that mean? I'm like, get it by any means, you know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do to get it.
Yeah.
And then that's when like Jug started getting popular, you know, Leon Scooter, I do what I want, you know what I'm saying? Like Fetty Wap, Jug, you know. Then they look at me like, oh, you made that word. I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't. I just, you know, known it before you. You feel me? So that was that name, Jug Giovanni. You know, that's where that came from too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you want to be viewed as an artist?
How I want to be viewed as an artist, the way I represent, the way, you know, I come about, the way I come across, you know, I just come across a very professional, educated, and smart working person. So just treat me as you see me. You know, I feel like it's a misunderstanding when it comes to music. A lot of people think like you have to fit a certain look or a category to make music. But, you know, I'm just about bossing up, you know, leveling up, you know what I'm saying, financial literacy. You know, whole family got LLCs, kids got LLCs, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about. So, you know, yeah, we have fun. We get the ice and the cars and stuff. That's just cool. But, you know, we're really trying to make a dynasty. So that's how I want to be viewed. I want to be viewed as a big deal, you know, somebody who takes the craft seriously, you know?
I dig that.
Yeah.
What's the music scene like back at home?
See, Connecticut is a really hard market, you know. There's a lot of artists in Connecticut, a lot of talent in Connecticut, and the problem is you got all this talent, but it's all in different places, you know. It's like straws, you know. You got all these straws, and it's weak, you know what I'm saying? So if you drop something on it, it's gonna fall and break. All the straws gonna break, but if you pick all the straws and put them together, something's gonna stand on top of that. And that's what I feel Connecticut is like. You know, it's a lot of talent in Connecticut, you know, including this producer right here, Daz, like, you know, young. It's a lot of talent. But I just feel like the issue is like, you know, just finding unity is a little difficult in that area, you know, not like Atlanta where, you know, it's like, shit, you next up, let's build you up. Then I'm next up, we're gonna build you up. Then he next up, we're gonna build him up after that. It's different, it's a different scene, but, you know, I just feel like we just gotta break the curse. That's all there is to it. It's a lot of talent, and it's like the bubble is bursting. And soon come, you're gonna see a lot of Connecticut artists, you know, make the Billboard, get those platinum plaques if they haven't already. You know what I'm saying? Like, soon come, you know?
Yeah, I feel that. All right, talk to us about Heart So Cold, man. This was a pretty big song you had.
Heart So Cold, man. I produced that song back in 2018. That was off of the project Anti-Predictable Lifestyle. And that was probably my hottest song. Like, it was just so much emotion. You know, I think at the time I was going through some stuff with like a couple friends, or one friend really. And it was just like, man, like we grew up together, and it's like we're kind of breaking away, you know? So it's kind of like making my heart cold, you know? I had love for you, but we're parting, and it's making my heart cold, showing me that I shouldn't be too quick to fall and get attached to somebody, because, you know, you never know. Everybody has their time. Every friendship has its expiration, you know? And that's what I was feeling at the time, so that's what, you know, inspired me to make that song. Like, you know, I done kept it real to so many people. My heart turned cold, you know, every time somebody turned their back on me. You know, it was a real dope song, man. Shout out Nick Muir too. He was a little helping hand on that producing too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you expect that one to go up?
You know, I did. Like, I really, it's different when you're a producer, because like when you're a producer, you just know the beats that stick, you know, like, and if you're a rapper, you know how to dance on the beat. So it's like a producer knows how you can flow on it, rapper could dance on the beat, and I just had a feeling I was gonna go somewhere. I played that song back too many times for me to not think that, you know what I'm saying? So, and I was right, you know. Thankfully, you know, it went somewhere, you know, still going somewhere. We're getting thousands of plays off of it, you know, every week. You know, so yeah, definitely did.
All right, so you got this new project coming. Remember the name, man. Let's start with the title.
Now we talking.
Yeah, can you explain that title?
Honestly, the title came from one of my friends. Like a couple years back, I had it's funny, when I was in college, I wrote like Jug Season on like the computer lab. Westcon, please don't revoke my my diploma for this. But I wrote Jug Season on the wall somewhere, right? And like I was doing that a lot. I was just like vandalizing. Forgive me again, I'm sorry. But you know, I graduated all right, so we could talk about it.
It was branding.
Yeah,
not
it's branding.
vandalizing.
It's branding. You know, I've been posting stickers like S-Clive, Jug Season, stickers everywhere. So when one of my friends seen it, they took a picture of it, and then it said, remember the name. And that just stuck with me. And that was like 2018. And like, I linked up with my boy, and I was talking to him like, yo, you a special producer, and I want us to make some shit that's gonna last forever, you know? Music that lasts a lifetime, you know? It's a different kind of music that lasts, so we gotta really do it right. And like, the name was coming up, and it's like, I already knew what the name was gonna be. Remember the name. Cause it's like, music that lasts a lifetime, people will remember the name, you know? People will understand the meaning forever, you know what I'm saying? And I just like to instill that, you know, just remember the name no matter what. You could forget the face, you forget what I do, you could forget what I've done, but you always remember the name. Daz, S-Clive, you know what I'm saying? Off the porch, dirty glove bastard. You know what I'm saying? You'll always remember the name. And I felt that it was just right, you know? And I feel good about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm right this time too, you know? So that's where the name really came from.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got the single No Facade.
There's no facade. If I really need it, I'm around. Yeah, man. That was one of the first songs I made off of his beats. It's so funny. It's funny because I was in Atlanta too. Like I was recording in Atlanta, and like I barely knew bruh. Like I barely knew him like that. So I was like, man, send me some beats. Like, you know, send me some shit, man. So he was like, all right, boom. He sent me a little quick pack. I'm listening to it. I play this beat. I'm like, what? I'm like, who is? I'm like, nah, bro, run that shit back, run it back. I'm like, nah, this is something serious. I'm recording this today. No bullshit. So I'm writing chorus. I'm like, man, I gotta swag it. I gotta dance, you know? Then that came, went in the studio, boom, did that, freestyle, boom. And that's where it came from. That song is hard, honestly. Yo, I appreciate you.
It looks like the
Thank you.
feedback's been pretty good too.
Yo, for real.
Yeah.
You know, it's yeah.
Can you explain the lyric, I will not take money to waste time?
You know, I look at it like this, you know, for those who are watching, they may feel confused, and I will explain it to you. I feel that in this world, it is best to take money and waste that instead of taking your time and wasting it, because you could always make money back, but you can't make time back. You can't take that time back. You know, so I feel like if you have a choice, you should just waste the money instead of wasting time. You know, an example, getting a job at a place that really doesn't benefit you in the long term. It just gives you some sort of income, you know. I feel like it would be better to invest in yourself and make yourself useful to other people, like selling something that they need, selling X amount of stuff or, you know, products or services, and invest that time building your own brand compared to just working at goddamn some fast food restaurant just to get a couple bucks every month. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. So that's what I think. I feel like it's best to use the money and not, you know, waste time for money. Instead, just use the money to get what you need, get where you need to go. You know, don't take money to waste time. Like, if you have a job, I understand you got to get money, got to get the bills paid, but everybody is in that position where they have to figure out what they're going to do in life. You feel me? Get a career. Don't get a job. Get a career. There's a difference. I ain't say not to work. All right? For those listening, I didn't say not to work. I said don't work a bull crap job and waste time. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it means, you know. Invest in yourself wisely and don't waste time, you know.
Preach.
Thank you. I had to break it down for y'all.
All right, talk to us about your label.
Anti-Records. You know, Anti-Records, the label, the lifestyle, the movement. It's just simply being what everybody else isn't. That's really what it is. If you know, you're in a room full of people that do one thing, this is for the people that do the other thing. You know, if everybody's, you know, looking this way, how about I look this way? What's going on over here? You know, if everybody's doing this, how about I do that? You know, and it's really just, you know, a self label. You know what I'm saying? I figured that investing in myself, having my own thing would be better than just riding the wave of you know, another label, you know, getting, you know, scraps and bits of what they can provide for me when I could just provide everything I want for myself, you know, building the brand.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Is there a meaning behind the name?
There's a meaning behind everything, my friend. In reality, the name kind of branched out from a clothing line I own, you know, anti-predictable lifestyle clothing, which is what I got on. Hold on, you see I got a little belt, you know, just something. See this label right here? This is the anti-predictable lifestyle clothing logo. These are not for purchase, not as of yet. But if you would like to purchase some merchandise, you could go on It's APL Clothing, or no, yeah, wait, no.
Get it right.
aplclothing.co. Thank you very much. And if you want to follow us, it's APL Clothing. That's it. But yeah, so that's really what it branched off of. You know, I had the clothing line first, and that inspired me in a way because APL is the initials of my grandmother who passed away. God bless her soul. You know what I'm saying? So that inspired me to make the clothing line. And when I had the clothing line, I was making the music, and I figured I might as well do something, derive that, you know? And so that's what the anti came from. The anti came from the clothing line. So it was like anti-predictable lifestyle clothing, anti-records. I'm different. I'm opposing what everybody else is doing. And it could be anti-hate, anti-racism, you know, anti-violence, domestic violence, you know, anti-abuse. It could be anything you want it to be, you know. There's always a, you know, an anti for everybody, you know, and that's for you, for me. So me, I'm anti-broke. No, I'm just kidding, you know, but, you know, that's really what it came from, though, yeah.
All right, what else you working on? What else is coming up for you 2021?
We got a lot. We got a lot coming. I got a lot of collab projects. I got a lot of artists I'm working with. Obas, you know, shout out my boy Obas. We got some stuff cooking. You know, he just got a song with Rick Ross, Hug the Streets. You know, shout out that, you know what I'm saying? That was a big move on his part. I got some going on with Ashan Voyage. You know, we got some stuff cooking. You know, I'm always gonna drop. I could drop, you know, whenever, however I want. You know, we don't stop working. You know, shit. You remember we was doing 100?
Go for 200. This
And to go for 1,000 now. You know, it was like last year, 2020, pandemic hit. We couldn't go out like that. We couldn't, you know, go clubbing like that. So I was like, man, I'm about to cook up songs, cooking up hundreds of songs, recording them always, like boom, 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 like clockwork. So it's like when 21 hits, I could just click a button. I could drop a project every week. I could drop a video every month. I could drop a single every day. You know, so that's how, you know, that's how I came from that pandemic, just to work, continuously work, you know, work smart and hard at the same time, you know. So I got a lot of moves coming, you know. Those who's watching, thank you for watching still, you know, but I got a lot of stuff coming, you know, and I'm an artist that I always come out with something better every time. So the stuff you hear now, back then, it's always gonna improve. There's no peak, just keep going up. I'm like a stock, you know, just keep going up, you know, that's how we treat them, you know. Buy some stocks. Yeah, buy S-Clive stock. You know, yeah, but that's what it is, man. Yeah.
Any shout outs before we wrap it up?
Shout out to all the people who are watching this right now, especially because I don't know you and you're interested in this interview, so I appreciate you. That's first. Shout out to my family, mama. Shout out to my cuz, Black Zoe, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Deborah Donnie. Shout out Old Boss, you know, I've said that already. Shout out God and the blood of Jesus. Chase any bad thought away. You know, shout out everybody who supports me. You know, shout out to people who don't support me. Shout out to the people who do not like me. Shout out to my boy Daz, man.
Shout out to Judge,
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to y'all. Remember the name, March 10th. Stream that right now. Go watch the videos. No Facade. All platforms, baby. I promise you, you're gonna get rich if you listen to my project. If you listen to our project, you're gonna get rich. You're gonna get rich, I promise you. Listen to the lyrics, you're gonna get rich. Shout out Off the Porch, Dirty Glove Bastard. Anti.
We get money, we don't really gotta act, we just live. It's no facade. If I really need it, I'ma rob.